Well, Elliot, I had to see it for myself. The video that we've been looking at for the last week in South Florida doesn't do justice to standing here in the town center and looking at buildings that had collapsed. I mean, these people have lost everything, and the people who you see standing around us over here, they're living in the streets. They have no place else to go. It was 1 week ago, about this very same hour, that the ground started shaking here in Pisco. A lot of people died. Here in Pisco alone, more than 100 people, but all over Peru, more than 500 people lost their lives. And now here we are a week later, and America is coming to their rescue, sending in equipment, aid, and the expertise to help the Peruanos get back on their feet. The line went for blocks, Piscanos as they're called, waiting for food, water, and warm clothes.
I got no sleep.
The cleanup is moving along, but they could use more heavy trucks. You have to start somewhere, so Luis Cortez is sweeping.
The worst here is like the end of the world here.
As helicopters moved overhead, the people of Pisco roam the streets. You can see there's a long line of people who are standing here waiting for relief supplies. There's everything here from bottled water to clothes for cold weather. There are many stories of survival from the rubble that killed hundreds. Stories like that of a mother and her 3-year-old that one U.S. doctor says he won't forget.
This one lady was holding her 3-year-old daughter, and I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner. I was taking care of her, and she was telling me the story that she was buried in her house for over an hour while they dug her out. She was huddled over her daughter, protecting her daughter as the house was over top of them.
It's really amazing when you see just how violently the earth shook. That was a church back there. The walls came crashing down, and if you look down the street, you can see how much dirt and dust is left behind. This is what people who are living here in the Pisco area in the aftermath of this earthquake are breathing.
There are still bodies buried in the rubble, and because of the displaced persons and the lack of fresh water and toileting facilities, we're certainly always worried about the spread of disease.
For now, the struggle to stay hydrated and warm. Many of these people just don't want to leave the town they've known all their lives as home.
It's sad to see this kind of damage, but
there is hope.
Yeah, I mean, it's proud to see that our government's responding in this way.
And we're back live in Pisco, Peru with a look at the church where so many people died 1 week ago today. Here in the town square, members of the Peruvian National Police and military standing guard to make sure that the looters aren't taking other people's stuff. And the people you see behind me are amazed that America is doing so much to help out. The blankets, the supplies, and the food that's coming in here is all from a USAID warehouse in Miami, of all places. That's the very latest live from Pisco, Peru. I'm Brian Andrews on CBS 4.
Yeah, it is really, really good to see. And Brian, obviously you've seen some incredible images there since you arrived. What is really sticking with you the most?
Shannon, had to be driving down the Pan American Highway this morning from Lima. What was the name of the town we were at? Chincha? Chincha. And I looked, and there was a giant Winnie the Pooh doll covered in dirt that a father had gone in to retrieve from what was left of his house. And his wife is standing there with the little baby holding the baby's hand. It was a powerful image. I mean, these are real people like you and me who are impacted by a natural disaster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, South Florida has a big heart, and it's good to see that aid came from here and that more aid will be going down there. Brian Andrews, thank you for that report. Look forward to more reports from Peru.
A local